Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to more WWE 2k19 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. This is Smackdown, and we're coming off the Money in the Bank pay-per-view where the winner was SmackDown's own Seth Rollins. We're going to hear from Seth Rollins here tonight as he gives his reaction after winning the big matchup and what his future plans are for the briefcase. First up tonight on SmackDown, Shelton Benjamin will go one-on-one against Kofi Kingston. Dean Ambrose from the Shield will face off against Kane as well. Tag team action as the Authors of Pain, AOP, will take on the B Team. Our Women's Champion, Asuka, she's in action taking on Mandy Rose. And we'll also see Bobby Lashley back in the ring once again. His first match since Extreme Rules. He'll face Sheamus. Rey Mysterio will face off against The Miz. Miz requested this match. He wanted Rey one more time. Kofi Kingston gets a win over Shelton Benjamin. Dean Ambrose gets a victory over Kane. The Authors of Pain, they get a tag team win. And we also saw Asuka get a victory over Mandy Rose. Now let's see Bobby Lashley's in-ring return right here on SmackDown. Well, I tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, it is so great to see this man back in action. Bobby Lashley returns to in-ring competition after making his return at Money in the Bank. At that pay-per-view, Bobby Lashley came out and immediately got on the mic and said, "Brock Lesnar, get out here now." Lesnar did come out, and we thought the two were going to go after one another. But in the end, Lesnar backed away when Lashley got straight in his face. Lashley and Lesnar. Well, we can now confirm that these two men, Lashley and Lesnar, will face off once again. The second matchup between the two. It'll take place at our next pay-per-view here on BrendenPlayz, which will be SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer. Lashley and Lesnar, one-on-one. Their first encounter was a victory to Brock Lesnar in a steel cage match. That was Lashley's last matchup. And we're hearing Lashley has been away training to try and get himself ready and prepared for another attempt at Brock Lesnar, because that, of course, that's one of the main key reasons why Lashley did return to the WWE. He wanted to get his hands on Brock Lesnar. He's been hearing about how great Lesnar has been, the amateur background, the MMA background. Lashley, pretty similar path, and Lashley feels as though he doesn't quite have the respect that Brock Lesnar does, and he wanted to earn that respect by beating the Beast. Unsuccessful at Extreme Rules, he'll get one more chance to do it at the upcoming SummerSlam pay-per-view. Well, here comes Sheamus and Cesaro. A rough night for them. A rough night indeed at Money in the Bank. A triple threat matchup, but they did their best. They did their best in that environment, a chaotic matchup, and they've been a great team for quite some time, ever since forming up as a team at the beginning of the year. These two men, Sheamus and Cesaro, have been on a roll, but they've met their match in the last little bit of time. The Club beat them about a month ago for the Tag Team Championships, and now, of course, the Shield have entered the Tag Team division themselves with Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Has not been easy going at all, that is for sure. And I'm not sure what's going to happen between those teams, but right now, the Club are looking to rebound, looking to bounce back themselves after a pretty tough period. I think Roman Reigns will be gearing up to defend his WWE Championship at SummerSlam, so that might rule him out of the Tag Team title hunt. Whereas Dean Ambrose, well, he'll have to rely on Seth Rollins, who is now Mr. Money in the Bank, to help him out there. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in that one. As now Lashley picks up Sheamus. What about the power there? Drilling the knee right into him right there. Bobby Lashley looking very good so far in his comeback matchup. As we said, he's been away training, working very, very hard to get himself back in the right shape. Because Brock Lesnar's been on a roll. He beat Jinder Mahal recently on SmackDown. He's gone through Ty Dillinger. You know, he's beaten, some of the lesser names here on SmackDown, but he's beaten them so convincingly that you almost feel as though he could be a threat to anyone at any time. Lesnar gaining his confidence back. That's been, I think, the game plan of Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar's lost his confidence. He had a big loss at WrestleMania against Braun Strowman. That all kind of put us off guard a little bit. I thought we all thought Brock Lesnar was going to win there. And the fact that he lost at WrestleMania, I think, gave a bit of a wake-up call that, hey, I do need to get myself in better physical condition. I do need to try a bit harder, and I do need to work at this the best of my ability if I'm going to be a star here on SmackDown. And Brock Lesnar, with the help of Paul Heyman, has been able to come up with a really smart game plan. You know, he's working his way back up the ladder again. It's almost like he's starting again. He's starting from some of the guys who are struggling themselves, like a Ty Dillinger. And now he's moved on to a big dog in Bobby Lashley. He beat him. Probably a little bit lucky that it was a steel cage scenario, and Lashley, his first major matchup back. A little bit lucky there, but he was able to get through him. And now he's starting to tick off a few other names, such as Jinder Mahal in recent times, and adding them to his list of, well, victims. And the confidence of Lesnar is growing and growing and growing. He's starting to beat some big names now. He really is starting to prove to everyone that he's the real deal again. Lesnar is a multiple-time world champion here in Universe Mode, and Lashley has yet to really accomplish anything here in Universe Mode. Brand new. They will debuting here in Universe Mode, returning to the WWE at WrestleMania. As Lashley, hangs up Sheamus on the rope there. Nicely executed there by the Dominator. This is a good matchup for Lashley, a similar sized opponent that Lesnar will be for SummerSlam for him and Sheamus. Sheamus is as tough as it gets, as Sheamus has been a world champion, IC champ, tag champion, Universe Mode, plenty of successes. Oh, what about the power there by Lashley? Picked up Sheamus. Oh, what a running power slam. What a running power slam by Lashley. Here's the cover. Could be it here. 2, no. Well, that's a display of power there by Bobby Lashley. And he can just pick up his opponent with ease. Well, Lashley clearly has gone away and just really worked on his game. And again, the power. Sheamus not a small man at all, and he's just getting tossed around now. Lashley toying with Sheamus. Brock Lesnar awaits Bobby Lashley, but what does the future hold for Bobby Lashley? Now, he's come back to beat Brock Lesnar. That's his goal, that's his mission. But what is the future for Lashley if he beats Lesnar at SummerSlam? You know, is this man United States champion potential? Is this man world champion potential? I'm not sure what the ceiling is for Bobby Lashley. He's at a veteran stage of his career. Spinebuster as he had his head on the way down, hit the turnbuckle padding. You know, I'm not sure what the ceiling is for Lashley, but he's certainly got all the tools to be a world champion. So we might even see him get it done in the future. The right hand there by Sheamus. But he might be running out of time. He's a veteran now, and he's been around the block for a while. Does Lashley have what it takes to really gear up and go on a big run here on Smackdown against some of the best of the best? Or is he really giving everything he's got, every last ounce of energy he's got into this SummerSlam match? I'm starting to think maybe the SummerSlam match is the one key goal for Bobby Lashley. But if he beats Lesnar, that would be massive. And it could really lead to Bobby Lashley going on to accomplish some big things here in Universe Mode. That's the goal for Lashley. That's our first SummerSlam match announced so far. As the cover now by Sheamus rather than Lashley is still chair throw in the ring there by Cesaro. Coming up next, The Miz and Rey Mysterio go one-on-one. With a rematch from a matchup we saw quite some time ago, but get a chance to see Rey back in action. Who has himself a Legends contract. He's choosing to spend a majority of his time here on SmackDown though. Sheamus with a bro kick, missed out. And now, a right hand to the midsection. And brings the fist together and whacks Bobby Lashley right in the face. Sheamus now grabbing a hold of Lashley. And they're dragging towards the corner. And now the head of Lashley just colliding into the turnbuckle padding. Over and over again by Sheamus. And Sheamus still feeling the effects of that Money in the Bank matchup. The tag team triple threat match. It was chaotic. It was just full on. Oh, what a DDT. Bobby Lashley firing back with a move of his own. And the Bar, they have to contemplate their future. They're great singles competitors themselves, but they still have plenty to offer the tag team division. I think they can get those tag team titles back. I think they have to perhaps wait now for the Shield to exit the tag team division, perhaps. But I really believe that they have what it takes to win the big one. And now, Lashley back inside the ring. Trying to pick up Sheamus and going for, the shoulder right into the midsection of the Celtic Warrior. Nicely done there by the Dominator. Can Lashley get the job done here? No. Tossed away there by Sheamus. Right hand now by Bobby. Can Bobby Lashley work himself back into this one? Shoulder block takedown. And Lashley will love a victory here in his return match on SmackDown. Lashley rolling Sheamus away. And they are right into the canvas. Lashley wearing down his opponent. Something I think he really needs to work on. Instead of going for the one big move to end his matchups, he needs to wear and tear, do the dirty work. Make his opponent hurting and weak and sore, and then go for the one big move you've got, which of course he's got a fair few of those. The spear, the dominator, the spine buster will also help as well. Lashley doing a little bit of the groundwork now to make sure that he gets himself closer and closer to perhaps winning here tonight against Sheamus, because this will be a massive confidence boost. Lesnar's not here tonight, I think for a reason. I don't think he really wanted to be here when Bobby Lashley was in the same building, knowing that Lashley's hunting him down. But he'll be watching at home, Lesnar. He'll be doing his homework on Bobby Lashley, making sure that he has the full preparation down packed when these two men meet at SummerSlam. Counter one now by the ref. A little bit of time for Lashley to recover, and Sheamus also to regroup, catch his breath, and try and figure out what his game plan, what his strategy is going to be for this one. Critical moment in this match right now. It's pretty even. These two guys both have had their moments where they could have perhaps took that next step to win this one, but right now, both outside the ring, now heading back in. Whoever can land the next big shot might just be able to pick this victory up, which would be huge. Lashley needs to win in his comeback matchup, and Sheamus needs to win and get the confidence for his team going again. They've had a few losses in the last month. What about the slam there by Bobby Lashley? The press slam, hook in the leg now. Referee slow in position. Where is he? Where is the ref? What is he doing? I have to feel as though Cesaro might be distracting me over in the corner. Now the referee's here. What is he doing? This referee, a real chance to put this one away, Bobby Lashley, but the referee not to be found. Sheamus, brogue kick! Oh, that's gonna be it. Gotta be it. The brogue kick. 2. Oh, no. Did he get the shoulder up? Yes, he did. The last moment, the very last moment, he was able to get the shoulder up. Sheamus missing the elbow. That could have been 3 any other night, but Bobby Lashley came here tonight with a purpose. And, oh, Sheamus with a belly-to-belly. Lashley not giving up yet. Cesaro nearly costing Lashley the match earlier on. Sheamus almost just took advantage with the brogue kick. Now Lashley in a really tight spot. Not going to be easy. Oh, he finds an elbow. He needed to find that one badly. Now, oh, back body drop, down goes Sheamus, and all of a sudden now, he's got something happening for him. Oh, Dominator! Where did that come from? Lashley with the Dominator. Sheamus is down. He's got him. Bobby Lashley with the Dominator picks up the win. Well, Lashley, well, I don't know. I mean, he's kind of built himself a little bit of a combination there. Got the better of Sheamus for a small split second. Found the Dominator and was able to put him away for the 1-2-3. Lashley, not the most comfortable win, the most impressive win, but a win is a win. He survived. He nearly lost right here with a brogue kick. That was almost it. Picked up Sheamus, found the Dominator, steals the win. Lesnar's not here tonight, but Bobby Lashley is. And Bobby Lashley sends a big message to Brock Lesnar that he is the real deal. Lashley with an impressive victory, and Bobby Lashley looks ready to go for his match against Lesnar at SummerSlam. Well, now we celebrate Seth Rollins' big Money in the Bank contract victory here tonight. The man himself will burn it down in the future and potentially become the next WWE or Universal Champion. Here he is, briefcase in hand. Seth freaking Rollins is on his way to the ring. He's going to address us about his Money in the Bank victory and perhaps give us a bit of insight on what his plan is. When does he plan on cashing in? Who does he plan on cashing in on? Of course, Seth Rollins is a part of the Shield. You get the feeling that Seth Rollins would have a great opportunity to go back to Monday Night Raw and cash in on the man Samoa Joe that did take away his championship at WrestleMania. Rollins couldn't get a one-on-one rematch against Joe because he was drafted away from Raw here to SmackDown. Rollins could leave SmackDown and head back to Raw and face Samoa Joe. That is an option. The other option is an unlikely one, will cash in on his best friend, his brother, Roman Reigns. Well, we're going to get some insight about that from Seth Rollins. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what Seth Rollins has to say. It was a tremendous victory for him. He'll be feeling very, very confident about the win. And Rollins, I'm sure, will have a few choice words and hopefully let us know what he's going to do. Last night of Money in the Bank was a fantastic night for me. I reclaimed my spot at the top of the mountain by winning the Money in the Bank contract. I've got an opportunity whenever I want to cash in and become a WWE or Universal Champion once again. Now, I've held both of those titles in the past. I have accomplished so much here in Universe Mode. So I guess the question is, what is next for Seth Rollins? What do I want to do next? Do I want to go on to face Samoa Joe at SummerSlam and try and cash in there and become the Universal Champion again? Do I want to cash in on Samoa Joe down the line when he's down, he's hurt, he's injured, and try and take advantage of an opportunity? Or do I stay here on SmackDown and wait for the right time to cash in when the Shield needs it the most? If Roman Reigns, for whatever reason, happens to lose the WWE Championship, we have some insurance. We have a backup plan, and I can cash in Money in the Bank on whoever takes that title from Roman and get it back for the Shield. But right now, Money in the Bank is not my primary focus. My focus is on this issue that the Shield has with the club. In specific, the Shield's problem with AJ Styles. AJ Styles, he comes out here and he says he's lost respect for me. He says that I turned my back on all these people out here. But AJ, you and I, we're very alike. Don't you remember that you made a big move like this of your own? You took out Finn Balor. You double-crossed the leader of the club. You took all of that away from him. Finn Balor was your guy. He was your man, and you double-crossed him. You stabbed him right in the back to get what you wanted, and that was the club for yourself. And when you got too big for the club, what happened? You left. You moved on. You let them go and do their own thing in the tag team division while you focused on the WWE Championship, and you left Raw and you came here to SmackDown to try and accomplish your goal, and that was to become the WWE Champion. Now, whilst you did do that, you turned your back on your brothers. You see, I've never turned my back on the Shield. We've had our issues, we've had our problems when we fought it out inside the ring, but I've never turned my back on the Shield, and I never will. You see, the Shield, we're a bond. We're united. We're a brotherhood. And the club? That's just some fake facade that you're putting on to hopefully advance your careers and to achieve what you want. So why don't you put your money where your mouth is? Why don't you and your club face me and the Shield at SummerSlam 3-on-3 in a tag team match, and let's settle this score once and for all. Rollins has laid down the challenge. The club, will they accept? Will the club face the Shield 3-on-3 at SummerSlam? The two biggest groups here on SmackDown colliding head-to-head at the biggest party of them all. Well, we'll have to wait and find out to see if they accept. Tonight's main event will feature Rey Mysterio against The Miz. Rey Mysterio has been popping up here and there over the last couple of months here on SmackDown. He's had some matchups, including a match against The Miz. He beat The Miz back when they faced off, and The Miz requested a rematch tonight because The Miz is, unfortunately for him, been on a bit of a downward himself ever since the loss to Rey Mysterio. The Miz hasn't really had many opportunities to prove that he's got what it takes to be in championship contention. Of course, the US title right now wrapped up in AJ Styles' hand. Of course, he's the leader of the club, and as we just found out, potentially facing the Shield at SummerSlam. So there may not be an opportunity for one of these guys or another superstar here on the brand to challenge Styles at SummerSlam. So perhaps these next few matchups might dictate who will get an opportunity at AJ Styles over the next coming months. Right here on SmackDown. So, The Miz on his way to the ring. Maurice joining him. We know she can certainly get up to a lot of mischief and be a big problem. So I'll have to wait and see if she will play any part in this one here tonight. Let's hope she does not. But Rey Mysterio against The Miz tonight. Good opportunity for both guys to prove themselves. Roman Reigns has no scheduled opponent either for SummerSlam. Rollins laid down the challenge. You feel as though that match probably will happen. So the WWE Championship has not been defended for a little bit of time as well. So there's an opportunity right now on SmackDown. Someone's going to step up and face Reigns. Someone's going to step up and face Styles for their respective titles. Perhaps they will clash against one another, no pun intended, in the near future. Mysterio and The Miz, one-on-one here tonight on SmackDown. Let's get it underway. I definitely feel as though this match has got a real potential to have some big implications, as I said, going forward. You know, some interesting things have been going on. Obviously, you know, Bray Wyatt looking to make his re-emergence to the top. Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, they're hanging around. They're big threats for those championships. And now Mysterio and The Miz, they might be those next tier of guys looking to get themselves in contention. As what a boot there by The Miz. There's certainly some names looking to put their hand up to challenge for these championships coming up soon. So if you're someone like Rey Mysterio, you know, you're coming back on a Legends deal. You want to pop in, pop out. You want to try and make your mark in a short period of time. You know, he's looked good when he's had his chances. He even got a victory over Roman Reigns. But Rey Mysterio hasn't quite achieved perhaps what he would have been looking for just yet. And The Miz, well, he came to SmackDown and lost the US Championship, and everything hasn't quite been going his way ever since joining the Blue brand. So he'll be looking for a bit of a comeback story himself. The other names here on the brand, of course, they're all in the hunt. All in the hunt to potentially be that guy that will get themselves an opportunity here on SmackDown. And like I said earlier on, there could be a US title match, there could be a WWE title match happening on SmackDown if that 3-on-3 match does happen. So title matches that could be coming up. Question is, who gets them? Right hand, left hand rather by The Miz. And now Rey Mysterio takes The Miz back down to the canvas, and now a half crab, but Miz close to the ropes. With Lynch's contract, Rey Mysterio had the option to go over to Raw and compete there, but Rey Mysterio feels as though his best chance is right here on SmackDown. Well, that's fair enough. You know, Raw obviously has some big names right there competing with Nakamura, Finn Balor, Randy Orton, Insurgents. They're all right there in the mix. Rey Mysterio probably feeling as though perhaps SmackDown was a small little opening for him. And obviously, we don't have any contenders, so there's some big opportunities for him here. Mysterio now, 619! He caught The Miz out. Can he back it up? Can he follow it up here with something? Oh, the splash variation! There it is! The frog splash! Will it be it? Miz with the shoulder up. Early days of the matchup, Miz able to get the shoulder up whilst Mysterio did catch him out. Miz, good enough to kick out. Had to kick out too, otherwise this would have been over, and Mysterio would have been moving one step closer to another title opportunity. Miz going one step backward. Miz does not want to go any further back, that is for sure. He definitely wants to be in contention for something. Rey Mysterio slammed down. Nicely executed there by The Miz. And now Rey shot to the midsection, and look out, Rey Mysterio! Bulldog! Down goes The Miz, and Rey's quickness and speed is certainly outmatching The Miz right now. Miz does not quite have an answer for it. His answer is to get Maurice to come and help him out and distract Rey. Oh no! Slam down, shoulders down, bridges over, and well, Rey landing right there on his neck. That could have been nasty for Rey Mysterio, but instead he looks to be okay. But Mysterio trying his best to keep control of this match away from The Miz. And Rey getting struck in the midsection there by The Miz. Look out, this could come the DDT. Swings out, lands it. Miz so often uses that DDT as a precursor for what is to come, that skull-crushing finale. Miz finds it, and that's a beautiful move. Can it be enough to put Rey Mysterio away early? And no. Miz not quite getting the job done just yet, but Rey Mysterio hurting. This would be huge for The Miz. He beats Rey Mysterio, all of a sudden his career's back on track. He's perhaps the next contender for a championship. Oh, skull-crushing finale! Rey's down! Miz is going to do it! Rey's close to the ropes. Is his hand touching? Referee says no! And Rey does get that shoulder up, though, to save the match for himself. Well, I mean, I thought that hand was underneath the bottom rope. We don't have the clear-cut angle of it, and the referee does, so we'll go with his word, but I'll tell you what, he would have had to be close. Rey now, up top again. Here comes Rey Mysterio. Lining up The Miz. Rey Mysterio lining him up. And Hurricane Rana, down goes The Miz. Exciting stuff by Rey Mysterio. That's what you get from Rey. He's a veteran, but he has learned how to manipulate his body and utilize it to his absolute fullest potential. Flying around the ring, yeah, it's high risk, but it's high risk And it's calculated, as The Miz couldn't quite capitalize there. He tried to use the ropes, but Rey Mysterio now once again catches him out and takes him down off of his feet. Miz getting a little bit desperate using the ropes there, trying to get some leverage on Rey, but he quickly kicked out. Now Rey heading back to the top. Miz in a bit of trouble again. Oh no, Rey. What are you going to do here? Miz, look out. Rey Mysterio's coming! Oh, he went for it again, but he got nothing but the backside of himself, landing right down the canvas. Miz gets him over the top of the rope here. And now The Miz. Oh, he'll just toss him straight back in. I thought he was going to maybe try and get him to the outside of the ring and utilize the fall to the outside. Try and get a bit more damage. Miz wisely rolls out of the ring, back inside now, and tried to take advantage. Rey with a counter, and oh, he caught him out there. Spinning heel kick, got him right on the face. Miz is down. Rey Mysterio may capitalize here. Rey Mysterio trying to fire himself up. Rey Mysterio, can he pick up a win over The Miz, the former US champion right here? But no, Miz shrugs him off. Miz now talk a bit of trash. Not sure about that one, Miz. I feel like you might want to keep your eye on the prize. Miz off his feet. Rey Mysterio, kick right to the midsection. Right to the midsection of The Miz. Rey with another kick. Rey Mysterio trying to get some combinations building. Slides underneath. Miz, look out. Hurricane Rana spun off his feet again. Miz goes down. Rey thinking high risk, decided against it. Match on the line right here. Rey Mysterio, one more big move could finish it. Miz has to find something. Dig deep, roll out of the way, do something to stay in it. Rey with an elbow right to the back of The Miz. Rey Mysterio off the top, just keeps the pressure going, doesn't he? The speed and quickness of Rey, but also the stamina on display. He's not letting up. He's still going bang, 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 a million miles a second. Hurricane Rana. Again, this time head first into the mat. And The Miz is down. Rey Mysterio hooks that leg, may have it here. Miz kicks out at two though. Rey Mysterio getting so close again, but just can't seem to get it done. Misses the drop kick. Opening now for The Miz. Small window. He's going to take it. Oh, went for the skull-crushing finale. But the shoulder of Rey into the face of The Miz. Rey was ready for it. He knew it might have been coming. And he called it pretty well. Clothesline to The Miz. Down he goes. Well, Miz, if he hits the skull-crushing finale, he wins the match right there. And instead, Rey Mysterio. Oh no. Wobbly legs. Miz against the ropes. Don't want to be there. 619. Rey Mysterio now. Thought about springing off the ropes, but he's going to go off the top instead. Here comes Rey. Pin drop splash. Right down to The Miz. Miz is hurt. Rey, get to the cover. You've got it won. You've got to get there. And there he is. Hooking the leg. And The Miz has kicked out. He wasted too much time. Mysterio wasted some valuable seconds, but Miz is still down. Rey realizes it's not over yet. Rey Mysterio drops down the elbow one more time with The Miz. Miz can't get back to his feet. The Miz has the arm of Rey, finds a counter. He's got something. Can The Miz counter back into this one? Can Miz? Oh, he's missed the big shot in the corner. All or nothing from The Miz, but he's missed it. Now Mysterio will think about heading to the top again. Miz is hurting. He's down on his back. Mysterio, frog splash off the top. Hook in the leg. Miz is down. Shoulder's still down, and he's got it. Rey Mysterio gets the victory. Oh, what a sequence that was from Rey. The last minute, just offense, offense, offense. Miz had no chance of kicking out. Rey just hitting him from all angles, from all corners of the ring. Rey Mysterio, impressive as ever, picks up a win over The Miz and will catapult him straight into contention. For what title? Well, he's beaten Roman Reigns before. He would not be a stranger to the WWE Championship match in the near future. Mysterio, what a victory from him. He's on a roll. Things are looking up for Rey. He's getting himself back in great shape, and he's getting himself ready for another run of the championship, I feel. Mysterio happy with this win here tonight. A well-deserved victory for Rey Mysterio. Whoa, wait a second. That's Bray Wyatt and his followers, Victor and Connor, applauding the victory for Rey. Congratulating, but maybe Bray Wyatt is keeping an eye on Rey Mysterio. Is Rey Mysterio Bray Wyatt's first major victim? Well, Bray Wyatt certainly has a keen eye on Rey. Maybe he feels as though Bray Wyatt's influence could help Rey Mysterio in the future. I don't know. Who knows what Bray Wyatt thinks, that's for sure. Well, what I do know, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for this edition of Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a like on it. SummerSlam is coming up in the near future, but our next big show will be NXT TakeOver number 11. You don't want to miss that one. It'll be coming up right here this week on BrendenPlayz in the near future. TakeOver will feature the big match between Lars Sullivan and Adam Cole, perhaps his toughest challenge to date. The NXT Championship will be on the line, and much, much more. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Leave a like on this episode if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to see more. Hit the notification bell. And we are very, very close to hitting 80,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, hit subscribe so you can help me get there. And I appreciate you guys coming along to watch this episode from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.